Just,
oh, wow.
Wasn't that pretty? Wasn't that pretty? Come here, baby. Come here, you big pretty
Gobble
rascal.
that thing up, didn't he?
Come here. Oh, yeah. Nice fish to start out with. What do you say, babe?
Not bad.
We're fishing in the springtime today. I'm out here with Chris, and we're doing a little pre-tournament fishing. Chris has got a tournament here at the end of the week, and we're trying to...
Not at the end of the week, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, and we're trying to see if we can't find a place for her to win this rascal. You probably noticed we're not too bad about telling where we're fishing, but we're fishing on Lake Dardanelle in Arkansas. It's one of our favorite lakes. We've caught hundreds of big bass over the years here. We hadn't fished here in, well, I hadn't fished here in about 5 or 6 years, but Chris has got a tournament here. She wants to win real badly, so we're over here trying to hunt up and fish some of our old places. Let me show you something on this fish right here. You see this fish's tail? Fish is on the bed in there making a nest. You see this tail's a little bloody where she's been rubbing out her nest, and they're getting ready to spawn.
Treat her gently.
Treat her gently. Let her go back.
She's just laying there.
Oh, she'll swim back in there and make babies. Yeah.
She's liable to bite your spinnerbait again.
Yeah, she won't bite that again. Well, let's catch some more of them. You think a bass and gal limit of 5 like that would do you pretty good?
I'd take 5 like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, catch him. I got him found for you, now catch him. Boom.
He don't want my bug.
When we're fishing tournaments, I always put a trailer hook back on the back of spinnerbaits. Of course, now when we're doing our television shows, when I'm just fishing for the fun of it, like Chris and I are doing today, we don't. But I always put an extra hook back here on the back of this, like such. And so I've got 2 hooks. I've got a trailer hook back here. I do this when I'm really serious about catching a fish. But of course, out here when we're just having a good time fishing, you know, one thing when you have a trailer hook on there, a lot of times you'll hook the fish down a little bit too deep and it'll kill him. And of course, we turn just about all of our fish loose anyway, and so I don't want to hook them that deeply. But that fish right there, had I had the trailer hook on, I probably would have caught that rascal. But I didn't.
Too bad.
Get one off that nut there. There he is.
Wow.
Just a little one.
I thought you had a big one. Made
Boy,
that noise.
he was laying right on that bank. Come here, little baby. Yeah. I mean, boy, he's laying right on the bank. He didn't hardly have enough water to cover his back.
He almost swallowed that spinnerbait, didn't he?
Yep. He liked it.
All right.
As the male. Now I'll catch the big female there off that spot. You notice that most of these bass are right in on the bank. I tell you, one of the key things this time of the year is being able to get your bait right in close to the bank. I don't mean 4 or 5 inches away from the bank. I mean right on it, within an inch or 2. Another thing that I always like to watch for when I'm spinnerbait fishing is these junction type areas where you have 2 logs that cross each other, or you have a log where you have a limb coming out on the end of it, and I've caught a fish or 2 that's been right on the end of a log, which now usually that's a junction area too, where the log meets the water and forms a junction. Those bass like to lay in those little junction areas, and those are the kind of places you want to throw to. If you're going to take one side of the log or the other, get the one that's got a limb coming out on it where you got a little junction area, and let your partner throw on the slick side of the log. That way you'll catch one and they won't.
No, I've noticed that.
You noticed that, huh? Well, honey, I've been lucky today. You normally beat me, but I've been...
The day's not over yet.
Huh?
The day is not over yet.
Getting close. Look at all that mud over there. I wonder what caused that.
Carp.
Carp. Big bass over there on the nest. But watch for those junction areas. That's one of the key things.
Ooh, got one.
Oh, I mean you do, don't you? All right.
Or he has me.
Oh, that's a good chunk fish. Get that dude in. Come here, baby. All right.
Swear, I don't know if I'll ever learn to fish one of those things.
Chris is fishing one of the hottest baits to come along, a jigging pig or a jigging frog. There's just been thousands and thousands of a fish caught on this over the years. This is a crazy leg jig, and it's a living rubber jig, black. Now, brown frog, a brown pork chunk back on the back of it. Now, this black and brown combination seemingly is real, real good. A brown jig with a black frog or a black jig with a brown frog. And now, we haven't shaved this down. Sometimes you can shave the fat off of this a little bit, but we like to use it just like it is. We like to use it with the fat up. It looks like a little crawdad down there in the water. Dynamite fish catching bait. It's a quality bait. You catch a lot of big fish on it. Well, Chris, that crazy bass bit that crazy leg.
He sure did.
You ready to get another one on it?
I suppose so.
I was beginning to wonder if you were going to catch one.
Well, I don't think I caught him. I think he got me.
They won't hardly turn loose of that bait. That's one of the real advantages.
It's a good thing.
That's one of the real advantages of it is they hold it so well. Makes any beginner fisherman a good fisherman.
You got a beginner here on this bait.
That's right, honey. I used to have problems back when I first started, too.
You want to swap baits? There he is!
Ooh, there he is.
Good grief. Man, he was ready.
He was wanting it. I want to tell y'all what happened then. That fish, I threw it over there and got my spinner plug hung in the top of that tree. And that fish liked to jump plumb out of the water to get it, and we had the camera laid down and we didn't get a picture of it, and I threw it back over and he jumped on it like a madman. That was something, wasn't it?
Oh man, I thought he's bigger than that the way he blew up on it the first time.
The Indian here started to throw in there, and I like to broke her arm, keep her from doing it, throw in there at my fish. I think that might not have been the same one. That one that first jumped up there to grab it looked like he's a lot bigger than that.
They always look a lot bigger when you don't catch them, though.
Yeah, but I caught him, didn't I? There, baby. Where are you? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Wow. Let me get him.
There, big boy. Get that dude for me. Don't you knock him off now. Here. Get that fish.
Oh, isn't he pretty?
Okay. Well, we caught him on two baits today. Spinnerbait and that old jigging frog. Mostly spinnerbait. That gold and silver combination. Black jig with a brown frog on it. Fish were in real tight. The whole key is throwing right in just as close as you can get to the brush, just as close as you can get to the bank. They're either in real tight to the logs or real tight to the bank. Turn that dude back and let him grow up, honey.
Isn't he pretty?
Isn't he pretty? He don't know he's loose yet. Come on, baby, swim off there. Oh, yeah. Woo! All right. Here, don't wipe your hands on my pants. Here, don't do that.